Hi everyone, my names are Janet Adegoke and I'm a visual artist residing in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. My works are figurative abstracts. I love to speak about women. Women are the central focus of my works, and I love to paint pieces that illustrate the dynamism of the relationships that women have. So basically, there are like 6 phases of a woman's life in the world: when she's a young girl, a spinster; when she's married; when she becomes a mom; when she's a widow; when she's divorced, right? So those phases are phases that have different reactions from society. We all know that as a lady, when you're a spinster, especially in Africa or in Nigeria where I reside, when you're a spinster, it's like, oh, when will you get married? And then when you get married, it's like, oh, when will you give birth? And then when you give birth, it's like, when will the second or third child come? There are some cultures in Nigeria that actually make a woman feel like if you don't give birth to a male child, you have not yet given birth. And then also, I realized that society has reactions as well to women who are widowed. It's not so easy for a woman who is a widow to remarry as it's as easy for a guy who is a widow to remarry, because there are so many societal constructs that kind of make it a bit fuzzy. There are people that feel, even the way you carry yourself, if you are a widow, there are people that have said that when they got widowed and then they want to move on with their life, maybe dress well, do their hair, it's like, no, you're supposed to look miserable. Basically, at every stage of your life, to be honest, the society wants to make you feel, especially in Africa, they want you to feel like you have not yet done something. If you are a woman who is a spinster thriving in your career, they make you feel like you have not achieved anything because you have not yet married. And then when you marry, they make you feel like, oh, you have not yet given birth. And then it just goes on and on. I also love to explore the dynamics of women with themselves, with fellow women, mother to mother, mother to child, mothers with fellow mothers, grandmothers with their granddaughters, and fathers and daughters and things like that. Women to women, basically, sisters to sisters and all that. Even ageism, right? When you're an old woman, maybe you are like 100 years old or 95, like you're well aged anyway, and then maybe your husband has died, you've outlived your husband, and maybe your first child has died. There is a general tendency for people in society to kind of call you a witch. So it's really something I just love to explore in my works, to talk about how society, the dynamics of society and women. And also, many young ladies in their teenage years, especially in underdeveloped states or in rural areas, do not have access to sanitary products. There are women that use tissue, young ladies that use tissue as pad. There are young ladies that use towels or rags as pad. They do not have access to sanitary products. Some do not have access to education. So these are things that I love to just lay bare in my works and illustrate pieces that show women as beings, B-E-I-N-G. We are beings, not human was or human will be. We are beings. And I feel that societal constructs don't really allow women to enjoy their being, their present states. There's always this mental frustration about the next phase of your life, like, oh, when am I getting married? Oh, when will I give birth? Oh, if you are divorced, oh, will I find love again? There is never really that mental room to enjoy the present space you are in. So I just love to explore those dynamism and the dynamism among fellow women, talking about collaboration, camaraderie, and just basically feeding off of maternal and feminine energy, so that we can be able to improve our wellness as women and as a society in whole.